Hi, welcome to Nantucket Cooks. My name is Greg Margolis, and we are going to be cooking with what we have. It's a rainy day on Nantucket, so we're happy to stay inside and get a chance to cook. These days, a lot of us are stuck inside for longer than we're used to. One of the things that we can do is to cook. We can do it as a family, we can do it as ourselves, we can take a chance to really have some fun. We have a lot of time to handle this, so what we're gonna be doing is cooking what we have. Now, my refrigerator might be better stocked than yours, but we're gonna start with all we have for produce. We're gonna do vegetable-based cooking, and we're gonna get a chance to do a lot of different things with a few different ingredients. So let's do it, come along. The first recipe we're gonna do today is a shredded carrot salad. We're gonna do everything from beginning to end. We're gonna make it really simple and delicious and something that you can easily do at home. So we're gonna start out with just peeling carrots. We have a great amount of carrots here, and as we peel them, I love to use these little horizontal peelers, or speed peelers they're called. A lot of people aren't used to them. They're used to the more vertical peeler, but this is just a much easier way to go. I'm gonna pinch it up here, hold the carrot against the cutting board, and just take the peel and come down the carrot while we slowly spin the carrot around. And this is gonna be a really efficient way to get through peeling a bunch of carrots in a short period of time. I've been peeling carrots my whole career, and I still don't mind it one bit. You get efficient and you get better at it every time. It was my first job when I first got a job in the kitchen. They gave me a 50-pound bag of carrots and a peeler. And little did I know I did that every day in that job. 14 years old. So ever since then, I have a love for peeling carrots. We're gonna do about 5 of these large carrots here, and probably be about 10 of the skinny carrots you get at the grocery store. But it's not really important how much you have. This isn't precisely a recipe as much as it is just a way of prepping some food. So you'll see we're not gonna measure anything. We're gonna make it pretty easy. I'll give you some estimates of how much I'm putting in, because I know some people do love to have recipes. And we're gonna use a simple box grater. We like to do this right into the bowl. It makes our lives a lot easier. And we'll watch out, these can catch your fingers. So it's great prep for a kid to do. If you have some kids around the house, they love to do box grater stuff. And the secret to not hurting yourself or not cutting yourself on one of these is just to stop before your fingers hit it. I know that seems pretty logical, but common sense is not as common as you might think. Shredded carrot salad is a really kind of staple, simple salad. You'll find it often in the French recipe that we're gonna be doing, but it's a real common shredded carrot salad. The thing about carrots, they're wonderful, they're delicious, they're available, inexpensive, year-round, and they're really, really sweet. Now, even if you don't think a carrot is super sweet just by eating it, once you grate it, it really kind of breaks up the cellular structure and lets all that sweet carrot juice come out. If you've ever drank carrot juice, you know how sweet that can be. So by shredding the carrots, and that's different than slicing them or julienning them, by shredding them, they really let the sweetness come out. All right, so the next ingredient besides carrots that's going to go into the salad is going to be garlic. We're gonna take just 1 clove, raw garlic. Raw garlic can be very, very strong, so we're careful not to use too much of it. And we're gonna take this clove of garlic and we're gonna put it through a microplane zester. There's a little bit of a dark spot on there, we'll just take that right out. So raw garlic, very, very spicy, but really brings a lot of flavor and not much of it. Instead of taking a garlic clove, crushing it up, chopping it up, we're gonna end up, if we do that, we end up with a lot of garlic in our cutting board, not a lot of garlic and all those essential oils into our food. So we're gonna use a microplane zester, we're gonna use 1 clove of garlic, and we're just gonna grate it directly into the salad. Now what this does is it really breaks up that garlic and do lots of tiny little pieces through these little microplane graters. They do an amazing job of giving us a high quality garlic paste. And because of that, we're able to use less garlic than we might have to otherwise. So you'll see when I turn this over, we have this really, really nice garlic paste, and that's going to go right into our salad. We just knock it right off the zester. Smells great. And also into that, a great way to make sure that we get all that garlic out of there is we're gonna zest another lemon. We're gonna zest a lemon right over that. That's gonna push out all the little bits of garlic and push it out with our nice fresh lemon zest. Working with fresh lemons is a great way to make sure your food always tastes fresh. It really tastes wonderful. Get all this great zest. That zest will now go into our salad as well. So we've got raw garlic, beautiful lemon zest. We're gonna add the juice of that lemon as well. Seeds there and can pop out. So what we usually do is we take the whole lemon, put it against our hand, and then squeeze it. And as we do that, we manage to capture any seeds that might have fallen out. Next for here, a little bit of salt and pepper to season it. Nice strong pinch of salt. A couple of grinds of fresh pepper. And now just a little bit of extra virgin olive oil. Two more ingredients that are going to go in here. I use a whole grain mustard, just a couple tablespoons. The whole grain mustard is wonderful. Dijon works as well. Any type of mustard, spicy brown. I just love the whole grain. I love being able to see the seeds in there later as well. We're gonna use local honey because it's awesome. We're all trying to stay extra healthy these days. Local honey builds our immune system. This is from our friends at Gray Lady Apiary. I'd say I'm going in about 1.5 tablespoons, maybe 2 tablespoons of local honey on that. We're gonna mix all that up. Give a chance to let all that kind of come around and come together. We wanna make sure that we do get a chance to mix it up well. We don't want you don't wanna get a mouthful of garlic. A mouthful of raw garlic would be pretty uncomfortable. And you'll see that the honey starts to stick to the carrots, but as we start to move it around, what's gonna happen now is that the carrots, as they're salted and seasoned, will start to draw water out of them. Salt draws moisture out of things, vegetables, meats, whatever you put it on. So we now have this wonderful looking salad, but it still lacks for something. And what it lacks for, in my opinion, is a little bit of color. So we're gonna add some fresh chopped parsley to really make this thing pop and make it look wonderful. There's lots of different ways you could go with a salad like this, but I think you'll be surprised with just how sweet and nice and simple it is. As you start to see that it is mixing up well, no more glops of honey, no more glops of mustard in any one spot. Now we're gonna get just a nice big pile of parsley and put it in there. Like I said, I have more in my fridge than you do. I'm sure you don't buy parsley by the pound, but for right now, I got lots of extra. So we've got a nice pile of parsley here. I'm gonna say that's about the equivalent of a whole bunch of parsley. We use curly leaf here. A lot of people like flat leaf, Italian flat leaf. Flavor is pretty much the same. What we like about the curly leaf parsley is that it's fluffier. It really it lightens the things up. So the parsley that we buy, it comes in just like this, kind of roughed up in a bag, but it comes in perfectly clean. So I don't have to clean my parsley, which is nice. If you're buying it at the store, if you're buying it likely in bunches instead of in a bag, it has not been washed. So you'll have to wash it and dry it in order to get that kind of fluffy loveliness out of it. I'm gonna pick out some of the bigger stems, but it doesn't really matter if they stay in there or not. If I was making something like a tabbouleh, maybe, we would have all the stems in there. But for this, it's a little bit more delicate. We're gonna try to take out some of those big pieces of stem, and then we're just gonna do a quick once over chop, kind of more like a chiffonade, instead of like a mince or a full-on chop, because we want the parsley to be a part of the dish, not just a little color on the side. When it comes time to chopping the parsley, there's a really nice and easy way to do it. We're gonna use our chef knife. We're gonna make sure that our cutting board is clear of anything we don't need. And I'm gonna use my knife, I'm gonna bunch all that parsley. I'm gonna start to kind of roll it up in my hand. Another big stem or two we can pull out, but these little stems otherwise are just fine. So a bunch of parsley, we're gonna roll it together kind of in our hand, and we're gonna put it against the knife. And once we have this, we are now going to just slowly, methodically, in really, really thin slices, slice up that pile of parsley. As it starts to loosen up on you, you take a second, re-grab everything together. And again, we're just doing this one pass through. So I want to be sure to get really, really nice on it so I don't have to go back. But every time I get to that end of that pile, I can just grab some more, bunch it back up together. And that way I keep it in kind of a real methodical way. So the one side of my knife is yet to be chopped. Everything that's past it is already done. So again, keep bunching it up. So that's a good amount of parsley. I'm gonna say that's probably about 2 cups of chopped parsley if you're keeping track at home. We're gonna mix that parsley in there. It's gonna give it some color. It's going to give it some volume. It's gonna create a little bit of in-between spaces on all those beautiful carrots. I can smell the garlic in there. It's amazing, with just 1 clove of garlic, it's a real feature of the salad and the flavor that it extends out. So that's it. The salad is done. It's delicious, it's wonderful, and I'm gonna show you an example of how I might plate it. Again, this salad would be great in a big bowl, on your buffet platter, on your outdoor table, summertime, or let's say you're trapped inside for a quarantine. This is also a great salad for that. To plate a salad like this, I'm gonna put down a little bed of greens. It's always a nice way to give contrast between the white plate and the orange salad. A little bit of greens in there for just some transition. We love arugula around here. It's readily available. It holds up really well. It's got great legs, is what we call it in the industry, meaning that it lasts. You can put some arugula in the fridge and it's not gonna turn bad in a day or two. So a little bit of this beautiful arugula in the middle of a plate. We're gonna take some of this beautiful carrot salad. And this is what we would do if we were plating it for an individual. But if you could imagine this platter much larger, this would be what you do for your buffet platters, for your buffet table. We're gonna make sure it has a little bit of volume to it. We don't wanna mush it down. We want everything to stay kind of high and bright. And we're gonna add one more ingredient to it, is I'm gonna add some toasted almonds to it. And this is just to give it some crunch and some contrast. So that is our beautiful French grated carrot salad.